Good evening, everyone. I'm Mike Dutra, and this is our Blackstone Valley. Tonight, a couple things I'd like to talk about with you privately. What's going on in town? Why are people so afraid of change? If you live in Massachusetts, and you live in Northbridge, and you want to act like you live in some backwoods town in Alabama, I have some very serious questions for you. Are you aware it's 2018? Are you aware that Meghan Markle is a princess and she's just human, she's everything? Do you understand the challenges we face in town have so much to do with race and gender? Locally, nationally, are you willing to be part of the conversation? Sitting at home and saying, not in my backyard, there isn't any racism here, is a huge part of the problem. You need to consider the following. What are you doing to make a difference? What does your family talk about at the dinner table? Are you more worried about talking about the president or the past presidents than you are talking about how a child's day was or if they got lunch? These are things we need to talk about. More than that, what I'd like to share with you now is a simple proposition. Not one more vote, not one more bomb drops, not one more decision. Not until every child is fed, every woman is safe, everyone has a roof over their head. And then we can get right back to dropping bombs on each other. But first, can we stop acting like we live in a cave? Can we take a moment and reflect on the idea that we are a lifetime away, perhaps, from being an interplanetary species like Stephen Hawking talks about? Are you aware that our children, I'm 38 years old, I firmly believe my son's going to get off this planet. I talk with him about that stuff all the time. What are you talking with your kids about? Are you talking with them about the bullies in school and what they say to kids that are developmentally delayed or kids that experience emotional disturbances? Or are you more worried about shaming your son into traditional gender roles and telling your daughter that she's not good at math because she's a girl? These are questions you got to ask yourself. Because if you think you're going to get anything from me other than what you've been getting, I promise you, you're going to be really disappointed because it's only going to get worse from here. We need to stop giving deadbeat dad answers for our children. I have 3 children, 2 different baby mothers. I often joke with my children and say, one of you is the mansion, one of you is the yacht, and one of you is the trip around the world once a year. Because that's what it costs to raise a family in this modern economy. And for a single woman out there doing it on her own with a deadbeat dad on the other side of the equation, we should worship these women. We should take care of them and their children, not shame them and tell them having a child is wrong and explain to them that the responsibilities begin and end with them and it's not their body if they don't want to have the baby, but the moment that baby comes out, the man doesn't have to do anything. He can just move to Florida and completely get washed away of responsibility. I want you to think about these things. Lastly, consider the following. You're going to die someday. When you do, people are going to talk about your life. Not about you going to some puffy cloud in the sky. They're going to talk about the things you did, the things you wish you did, the people you loved, the people that loved you. If you're not thinking about those things every single day, you're going to be very sad when your time comes. You need to get focused on more important stuff. We'll be right back.